Stop what you're doing and come get this education. Welcome back to DBPOTD. You feel me? This is episode 11. Eventually we gonna lose count of these. Y'all already know. However, man, let's get into it. I got a special one for y'all today. It's a 2-for-1. You feel me? It's a 2-for-1, and I'm gonna explain to you why it's a 2-for-1. Alright. First, before I explain to you why it's a 2-for-1, I'm gonna show you the companies and tell you the name of both companies, right? So the first one is RBNE, that's the ticker symbol. The second one is TMDE. Alright, that's the second one. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm showing you these pictures, you're gonna realize that the screenshots are going in between both companies. So it's gonna say the daytime frame for RBNE, and then it's gonna say the daytime frame for TMDE. Now you probably wonder, alright, why did you do it like that, B? Can you explain that to me? Well, yes, I can. Why I did it like that was because y'all might not know too much about correlations. It was something that I learned very early in my journey in trading because, again, if you're not aware of how I personally started trading, I started trading with Forex pairs. You get what I'm saying? Phone trying to die. I started trading with Forex pairs, you feel me? So that was a route where in its natural order, you're going to have companies that have correlations. However, every company has correlations. Every company has what you call a family. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, Bitcoin, something y'all love. When Bitcoin goes up, Ethereum goes up. And so do other coins that are correlated with these coins. You get what I'm saying? The markets will look the same. Like, if you ever really just take a second to zoom all the way out on your markets, right, on your chart, and look at Bitcoin's market, look at Ethereum's market, you'll notice that these markets all look the exact same. Same with SPX, NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones. You'll notice all of these look the same. Go to your commodities. You'll notice that some of those look very similar. You get what I'm saying? So you'll notice, for instance, I was just telling some people the other day, gold companies are at an all-time high right now. They doing their thing right now. If you're not trading gold companies, you're missing out because gold is hot. You feel me? So when you're looking at these families, right, what you have to understand is there are times where one company's rise, and excuse my dry throat right now because I got a dry throat, but one company's rise could trigger 10 other companies to go with it. And I'm showing y'all this through RBNE and TMDE. I'm gonna also show y'all the names of these companies, like the actual name, not just the ticker symbol, but the actual names, because that also is gonna help you understand how you can find a correlation in some stuff. This one just so happened to be an obvious one that just stuck out to me, you feel me? However, it's not always this obvious, but I want to show y'all how, if you look at the pre-prices on both of, well, if you look at the pop it made, right? So RBNE, it made a pop up to $14 and above. You feel me? If you also pay attention, side note, if you pay attention to some of the other things that I've also previously told you in my videos, right? So like, for instance, how companies that have just released IPOs, or they were a previous IPO, when they go down and they don't go above where they first started, right, initially, or they're not trading above that, you feel me? 9 times out of 10, if they've been below this whole time, they're gonna end up having a moment where they go back above, or at least try to, right? That's what RBNE ended up doing. As we can see, TMDE is following in that exact same pattern the next day. So you see, it tried to have a little pop the same day that RBNE had its pop, but its pop was a little bit more delayed. You feel what I'm saying? Because as you can see, the pre-price for today is now above $3. You get what I'm saying? Again, if you look at the market and its similarities, the chart is what I mean by market. If you look at the chart and its similarities, you'll notice, wow, these companies look like they're doing the exact same thing. Not because they actually are, but because they're correlated, right? Doesn't mean that they're both doing the exact same thing, but it means that they're so similar that they're, you know what I'm saying? They work hand in hand. Feel me? So I just wanted to put a little bit of this game on y'all today. Put a little bit of this knowledge in your brain, because correlations are very important. And the more you understand the families that are within different companies, because it goes deep, y'all. It's not just you trade this coin or this ticker and that's all that you're really trading or investing into. Like, what you have to realize is why I try to, in my top topics type videos, right? When I make those, I tell y'all the industries that these companies are in, right? The reason why I also alert y'all on industries that companies are in is not just to tell you, is to let you know that, okay, if I pick 5 companies for my top topics, right? Random ones, right? However, let's say all 5 of those are tech industry companies, right? One thing that should stand out when you see that, is that, okay, he has 5 tech companies on here, all projected to rise. What about tech is so interesting that he would have 5 of these put on here? You feel me? Read between lines, you know what I'm saying? Start looking deeper. Stop being so surface level. And that goes to a life perspective as well. Stop being so surface level, y'all. This world we live in is much deeper, and it's much more to this life than what they tell us. It's a lot going on in this world. I ain't gonna really speak too much on it on these DBPOTDs, but you best believe that when I make some more of my top topics videos, we gonna talk, y'all. It's a lot to talk about, and if you ain't paying attention, if you're not locked in and tapped in out here to actually see what's going on in the world, I recommend you start, because this world is changing, y'all. The world is changing, and I'm gonna throw one little fact out there for the people that need to start paying attention, right? And this for my people, you know what I'm saying? So if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. Do y'all realize that the president is trying to include a golden dome inside of our world? His reasoning behind it is to block out missiles and outside attacks from like other countries and whatnot, because you know Ukraine and all that stuff, they ramping up and all that. Woo, all right, cool. However, we don't miss the big point, y'all. Don't miss the big point. You feel me? Don't miss the big point. That dome ain't just keeping missiles out. That dome is also gonna keep the sun out to a very limited like think about that for 2 seconds. It's gonna keep the sun out a lot. And who does the sun help the most? I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna speak too much, because like I said, this ain't a top topics video for me to even be talking about that. But I need you to, you know what I'm saying, do your research, yo. Look into some of this stuff, because this ain't no joke. They really trying to attack us, y'all. And it ain't just us, but I'm trying to put y'all on quicker, because, bro, it's gonna affect you the most. It's gonna affect you the most, because if you ain't tapped in, you ain't tapped in. That's the most I can say at this point. Catch me on the top topics video, and we'll have plenty to talk about. We can discuss it. If you got a difference of opinion, we can talk about it. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. I'm not one of those people that's closed-minded. I have a very open mind. I can see multiple perspectives. I'm not opposed to trying to understand where you might come from in something that you might say, but understand something as well. You're not gonna break, bend, or fold up what my opinion is or the facts that God has already shown. Let me just put it like that. However, make sure you talk to God today. Make sure you lock in with my man. Say thank you, because he done did too much for you today for you not to tell him thank you. He deserved that. Stop asking him for stuff before you at least spend a little time with him. Spend 5-10 minutes with him first before you open your mouth to ask him for something. What if somebody came up to you every day asking you for something, but don't never ask you how you doing today? Don't never ask you if you good. They don't never ask you nothing. And this car beside me, they lurking because I really think they trying to look through my window. They trying to see what I'm doing. You know how people be? They be nosy. They can see in your car, because I don't ride with tents. Feel me? And that's exactly what that old man doing too. I look to my left, this Negro looking. You feel me? He trying to see what I got going on in my whip. I don't ride with Tess though, cause I ain't scared of none of y'all niggas. We out, man.